Oh, you want to learn how to move like this?
Oh my, whoa.
Like this? And like this. Hey man, what's good with y'all, bro? Man, look, y'all been waiting for this for so long. I'm finally giving it to y'all, bro. So guess what? Y'all better drop a like, drop a comment, let everybody know, because y'all been begging me for this. Look, man, I just appreciate all the support I've been getting, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully this guy can get out there so everybody can learn the way, the arts of the controller mechanics and whatnot. First things first, if you're not sub, go ahead, sub, drop a like, and also follow my Twitter, man. I'm posting clips on Twitter now and stuff like that. And after you watch this guide, if you guys have any questions, man, just hit my DMs, follow me on Twitter, and then, you know, tweet at me or hit my DMs. I'm gonna be helping y'all probably for like, you know, the first week or so from this video dropping. So let's get right into it, man. The first thing first with the binds, you need crouch on hold. There's no reason you should be using toggle to crouch. You need to have it on hold to do pretty much all movement in this game. And then if you're on console, you can turn survival slot off if you want to inspect, but you can keep this on PC because you can just rebind it on Steam. And here are my actual binds. So y'all see them right now. They probably look a little weird to y'all because they probably are, but they work for me. I play on claw. I don't use any paddles or anything. Y'all see I crouch with LB, interact left stick. I use my ability on B, so it's very different. But if you play claw, you should kind of figure out why I do this. It kind of makes sense, you know? So now we about to go into the Steam config. All right, so this is a Steam config right here. So I don't use left stick to tap straight since that's what I use to interact, right? So I actually have two tap straight buttons. I have W bound on R1, and then I actually have the other one set to X, and as y'all can see, I put every direction on the X button. So I have everything bound on here. And then those are my Steam configs as far as tap strafing goes. And then on the touchpad, I actually have this bound to I and 3. The I is for inspect, and the 3 is actually the instant holster. So instead of holding triangle or Y to holster, you can just press the button one time and it'll holster. And honestly, it makes your movement so much better, especially when you're like fighting or you're chasing somebody, stuff like that. You can just instant holster. Button right here, my start button, I actually have this on interact. This is basically interact on turbo. This is like an auto pickup button, so when I'm like landing on like a bin or something and it's like another person with me, I'm gonna pick up everything in that bin before he does, because I have auto pickup. It basically like spams pickup like super fast. What else? Lastly, on my A or X button, I actually have this bound to space as well, because while you're looting and when you just press A, it'll jump while you're looting. So that's another extra thing you can do while looting. And also, I forgot, with the tap strafe button going in all directions, I can actually move left and right while looting too with these two buttons right here. Yeah, so one thing a lot of people ask me, is there a specific reason I use this controller? So for one, PlayStation controllers get way less drift than Xbox. As much as I like Xbox controllers, it's like the drift on them, it's just too bad. I don't want to deal with that shit. And then with the touchpad, you can actually bind the touchpad to 2 extra buttons. So up here, you see I can bind the left side to one button and then the right side to another button, as you can see right here. So that's the main reason I use it too. All right, so first thing first, tap strafing. So y'all can see what I'm pressing with the cam. So since I have 2 tap strafe binds, y'all see this button I'm clicking, that's W, and then square, I can tap strafe in all directions. All right, so when I tap straight forward, I just hit R1, bro. That's literally all I press. And just run forward and hit that button. But I could also do it with this button too. So it doesn't really matter what I press. And then the tap straight in all directions, you just hit your button, and then you hit the left stick to whichever direction you want to go in. And that's pretty much all it is to it with tap strafing. And then you can pretty much combine it. And I'm gonna show y'all how to combine it, because it's a certain way you burn the tap strafe button to where you can tap strafe in every direction, like this. You see, I'm literally tap strafing like three, 4 times in midair, and you can't do it the regular way. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. So if you want to know how to tap strafe multiple times in midair, or otherwise known as like Asian movement tech, that's what some people call it. So this is what you do. Activation type, you put this on long press. By default, it's gonna be on regular, right? And I'm gonna show you the difference between regular and long right now. All right, so I just put everything on regular press. My W and my directional pad, I put all these on regular press. And then let's say I want to do a 180 tap strafe. Like, it's doing it, but it's not as smooth and fluid how long press will do it. And honestly, you tap strafe a lot faster now that I'm doing it. You tap strafe a lot faster with long press. As you see, let's say I wanted to do the Asian movement tech, or the, you know, kind of like a circular tap strafe. It does it, but it's not really doing it to the full potential as it should when I normally do it. All right, so prime example with the jump pads. So normally, to do a 180 tap strafe out of this, you would hit the pad, hold your tap strafe button, and look backwards and jump. But as you can see, it's just not giving me the 180 for some reason. I don't even know if you can 180 tap strafe out of these things with regular press. Yeah, so now I'm gonna show y'all what long press looks like and the difference between that. I'm gonna go in depth exactly on what I do to move like that as well. Right, I just put on long press, so I'm gonna do the exact same I did but with long press. So I'm gonna hit the pad, hold my tap strafe button, look backwards. As you can see, I just did a full 180. And what long press does, it pretty much, I guess it just gives you like more keyboard inputs at a faster rate. I don't know the science behind it, but just know my fucking movement is nasty on long press. With the circular tap strafe or the Asian movement tech, I don't know what I'm gonna call it, because I know some people call it that. As you can see, I am tap strafing in a full circle by just flicking my left stick in a whole circle. So basically the way I do that is right when you jump, you want to tap strafe and put your left stick in kind of like a C motion or a circular motion. So basically like this. I do this a lot when I'm shotgun fighting. So let's say, boom, I hit this guy, hit him with the circular tap strafe. I could slide out of it and then hit him with a little bit of one of those, you know. You can also do it after wall bounces. See, when I land, see how I just tap straight backwards after I slid. And basically, when you jump, the faster you like do the actual tap strafe, you'll kind of get a better animation. So even like when you're playing Gibby, right? So boom, you fight this kid, I can jump in the bubble, tap strafe back out of it. Look at what I'm doing right now. That is crazy. So for all you Gibby mains, y'all can literally just do that shit. I promise you, you will never die. Next thing is wall bounces. So wall bouncing is very easy. You could do a regular wall bounce like that, or you can kind of tap straight into a wall bounce. And you know, everything is very simple, man. So all you gotta do, look at the wall, run to it, hit A or X, whichever controller you're using. And if you want to tap straight onto the wall, run to it, hit the tap strafe button, and then just bounce off the wall. That's all you do. And then when you bounce, you can tap strafe out of the wall bounce, as you can see what I'm doing right here. So I'm gonna do it again. See how I tap strafe in that different direction? All you gotta do is just tap strafe as soon as you wall bounce. It's so easy. See how I tap strafe backwards? Alright, so next thing, infinite wall bouncing. A lot of people don't know how to do this, but this is very simple. All I'm doing is pretty much just running at the wall and then jumping. So the way it works is, as you can see, if I just try to do it right here, like just run at the wall, it's gonna bounce me kind of downwards. So what you do is you come to the wall, you jump first. Every time you jump, the next time you jump, you'll go upwards like that. And you just kind of repeat that process. Tap straight back towards the wall, and you can infinite wall bounce like that. And if you have a gun, boom, hit him one time, boom, hit him again. No, really simple. The next wall bouncing off of small ledges. So some walls in the game, it'll make you do something like this, where it's gonna like make you climb it. So you can prevent that from happening, as you can see right here. So all you want to do is right before you hit the wall, is you want to point your left stick in the opposite direction. So let's say I'm trying to wall bounce the opposite way. So you see I'm running right, I'm gonna go left. So I want to point my left stick to the left, like right before I hit the wall. So right here, that's pretty much the timing, right before you hit the wall. And then when you do that, you just bounce. Yo, we back. Day 2 of me recording this because it was super late. I had to go to bed. Next thing we about to do zip lines. This is where it gets fun. I'm gonna show y'all how to super jump, how to tap strafe out of it, and I'm gonna show y'all how to double tap strafe like that. So let's do a super jump. Very simple. You want to interact, and then you press jump 2 times like this. And the timing for it, it's relatively easy. The timing does kind of change like when you're running and stuff like that, but honestly, just practice it a lot and you'll get it down. It's just when you double tap A or the jump button, you have to do it like really smooth and fast. If you take too long to double press it, then it's just not gonna work. And then you get tap strafe out of it too. So what you do is when you do the super jump, after you press A the second time, or the jump button the second time, you just want to tap strafe. You want to look the other direction and then tap strafe. And you could do it going in any direction, okay? So let's say I want to do another tap strafe. So what you do, after you do the first tap strafe, you want to flick your left stick in a different direction, and you will do 2 tap strafes out of the zip line. This might just look flashy, but it's actually really good. It's good when fighting, and I'm gonna show y'all why real quick. Alright, so let's say I'm shotgun fighting somebody, right? Like, you see how easy it is to use shotguns when you have movement on a zip line? So honestly, if you learn how to tap strafe on zip lines or off of zip lines, then honestly, you're gonna win every fight. So when World's Edge comes back, all y'all should be gods by then.
No fucking way. Offense, it's on 2 players. Get the Valk movement on the zip line. I wish I could watch.
So with horizontal zip lines, the timing is actually a lot slower than a vertical zip. It's actually way easier. So if you're new to super jumping, you're better off practicing on a horizontal zip. So you kind of pretty much delay you pressing A. So you hit the left stick or interact, and you hit A. And pretty much kind of like when you see your person about to grab the zip line, that's when you want to double press A. Also, a tip when using zip lines and stuff. So let's say you're doing a super jump like that, trying to elevate yourself, right? You don't have to press your interact button twice. You can actually hold your interact button down during the whole process, because when you hold the button, it'll automatically interact and put you back on the zip. So instead of y'all just pressing it a bunch of times, you can just hold it down. Alright, next thing we about to do is we're gonna do b-hopping. B-hopping is pretty simple in my opinion. A lot of people have a hard time with it, but once you get the timing down, it's pretty easy to do. So if you're on PC, you have to play higher than 144 FPS if you want to b-hop like efficiently. Or I should just say it's easier, I guess. I used to play at 152 FPS, so if you play on that or anything higher, then you should not have a problem b-hopping. I play on 190 right now, for those that want to know. So all you do is pretty much kind of, as soon as you hear your character hit the ground and you see your person about to hit the ground, you just really just spam A. That's really it. There's different methods to do it. As y'all can see, I'm holding my R1, which is my W bind. So sometimes I literally just hold that bind and just hit A like that. Or you can do it the old way, where you hold your movement stick to the left or right and slowly look in that direction. Alright, so now let's talk about bunny hopping like while you're shooting somebody. Like that. Or bunny hopping backwards, bunny hopping in different directions. So to set yourself up to do that, you need to build some type of momentum. So what you want to do is you kind of want to slide backwards, or you slide in any direction, and then you just start b-hopping, and you kind of want to tap strafe in a different direction. That's if you want to tap strafe. Or you could just jump backwards like that and just hold your left stick, and your person will kind of move at a slower pace. So I think this is one of the last things I'm gonna show y'all, man. So we're about to do advanced sliding maneuvers. Pretty much when you kind of gain momentum, you can slide backwards, hold your slide button, and you'll slide backwards, and you can do like a tap strafe out of this, b-hop, anything like that. It's really good, especially when you're shotgun fighting, because it does give you a lot of room to move around, dodge shots, so you're not just sitting stationary in one spot. And so pretty much how it works is you need to build up some type of velocity, and you can do this just by tap strafing like what I just did. You kind of want to run forward a little bit, and you can just tap straight backwards, hold slide, and you'll slide backwards. Or you can just walk backwards, hold slide, you can slide backwards. And out of this, you can b-hop, you can just slide, you can tap strafe, you can really do anything. There's really like a situational thing. For example, like with the Mastiff, say you're Mastiff fighting somebody, tap strafe backwards, forward, then you can b-hop backwards. Like, you can do a lot of shit out of this, man. So it really just comes with whatever situation you're in. Don't just do it to do it, like do it when you need to. This is easier in the range, but when you're actually fighting someone, this is harder, because if they're hitting shots on you, you're gonna be slowed down. So let's say this dude's hitting shots on me. I kind of have to build up some momentum before I actually try to, hit like a slide. Because when he's hitting you with like really any gun in the game, it's gonna slow you down. So you just kind of want to move forward a little bit, and then you can tap straight backwards, build up some momentum, and then you should have enough to slide backwards. Next thing, Superglides. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best super glider, but it's really hard. It's really like a timing thing. One thing I will say, it's easier to do it off of smaller ledges.
I shattered an enemy.
So for reference, there's 2 ways you can do it. So basically the crosshair in the middle, it moves while you're climbing. As soon as that crosshair is done moving, that's when you want to jump, crouch, and hold forward to super glide. Or you can look at the corner of your screen and look at the shaking, and kind of when your screen stops shaking, you want to go for the super glide. And as you can see, I'm super gliding in different directions. You can tap strafe out of the super glide. You can super glide going left, right. You can actually do it backwards, but I don't really know how to do that shit. I'm not gonna cap to y'all. I don't know how to do that shit. So maybe, who knows, one of y'all might find it. So one quick thing I'm gonna show y'all is how to tap strafe out of gravity cannons, because as you may know, some people just don't know how to do it, and it's okay. I'm here to show y'all, so don't be this guy. But basically, I'm gonna explain it real quick before the clip comes up. All right, so since it's not Storm's Point right now, I'm about to show y'all this clip from one of my old videos, how to tap strafe out of the gravity cannon. And I'm gonna try my best to explain it for y'all. So basically, the way you do it is you pretty much look forward or look in the direction you want to go in, and you tap straight forward or activate your W keybind. So this clip right here, as I'm running in the gravity cannon, I'm looking in the direction. As soon as it launches me, you see it's about to launch me right now. I am currently pressing W and looking in that direction I want to go in, and it launches me that way. And that's all you have to do for this part. And we might as well just watch this clip, because this clip was pretty nice. And this is like, I think like 4 months old, and everyone was asking me how to do this. I hate slimes. Class is finally out of session, so that's the end of the movement guide, man. That's all I got for y'all, bro. Like I said, if y'all learned something, if you learned a new move or you just enjoyed this guide, please drop a like, man. I like put a lot of effort into this. If y'all hit any clips, man, or learn something, or like I said, y'all have questions, tag me on Twitter, man. Follow me on Twitter, and then you can tag me, or you can DM me. I'm gonna try my best to get back to everybody, but this probably won't be my last guide. If there's like new stuff in the future or anything I feel as if I need to upload, I'll do like a separate video on it. But that's it, y'all. So I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, turn on noties. Follow my Twitch, follow my Twitter, and I'm out, man.